you always cycle, right? So like next time you cycle, like I just like Instagram call you or something. You just put me there, so I can tell people I cycle 80 km also.
No, you don't actually have this virtual cycling thing.
But how you cycle at home? You have
I have my bike and then trainer.
stationary.
It's like spinning, but instead of just spinning, looking at the instructor, we have like a roads and all.
And try first on your bed lah. In your dreams.
Hey guys, this is the third episode of Social Circle. My name is Hasif.
My name is Aisha.
I'm Faris.
I'm Fatina Mira.
And I'm Celeb.
In this episode, we're going to talk about virtual events.
Have you guys been to like any virtual weddings?
I got invited to lah, but I cannot wake up.
What time was it?
11 a.m.
11 p.m. You still sleeping?
No, because I exercised the night before cycling, right? Yeah.
No.
So okay, explains. Yeah, but I wanted to lah. Niat tu ada, tapi execution tak ada.
So kau punya spiritually there lah, kan?
Prayers are there.
I think virtual weddings at the moment is just a recent thing. Because like in Singapore context, because like in weddings, right? Honestly, Singapore is very small, so like there's no problem. Like okay, I got wedding at Jurong. At most, it will take an hour. Whereas if you say like in bigger countries, like maybe like in US or even like in Malaysia, they have to like drive 8 hours or like take a flight. So that it could be beneficial. So it could be something that people might adopt lah in the future. But personally, I feel it's a bit, especially like talking about weddings, it's a very intimate and very special moment. Like you want that interaction. It's different.
Yeah, I saw like this video, right, of like a Zoom wedding. Basically, like the husband during the solemnization, right, the husband and wife were like on 2 separate screens, and then when it's time to like give the ring, they like gave it on the screen, and I don't know how it magically appeared on like the other side of the screen. Yeah, but then it was like the ring back, and I found that like it's so weird. Like I just can't wrap my head around such a procedure.
If you were to ask me, I probably wouldn't have a virtual wedding for myself because it only happens once in your life, probably. Some people more, but it is a special moment. Especially if it's your first wedding, you want it to be very special. You want to be in the moment. I don't see a problem like if I were to get married now, to just postpone the wedding a few months or how long this pandemic takes, just to get that special moment.
But would you like do the nikah first so that you can be married first before you have the wedding?
Honestly, I don't know. I never thought that far before.
Okay.
Oh, the girlfriend.
Cancel.
Help me.
My wedding is actually in a few months' time. Yay! But itulah dengan keadaan yang macam gini kan, yang tak disangka-sangkakan. I feel that ini adalah satu dugaan yang sangat besar to myself, but also newlywed couples to be soon. For me personally, wedding should be very personalised to the couple's cita rasa. To be honest, it's not a nice feeling for you to go to sleep at night thinking macam 5 months to the wedding, I should already be macam excited to buy my heels already and stuff like that. I should be knowing where to go for my honeymoon, but there's nothing that can be done right now. I don't really favor virtual weddings because I love the traditional macam kita bersalaman, kita berjumpa, kita ada kompang. All girls dream to have like that wedding since
perfect
like
wedding.
Yeah, you were teenagers, you nak colour biru lah, you nak train sepanjang 8 ela dan sebagainya. Tapi macam I like, like that's me. Okay, tetapi orang kata kalau jodoh tu tak ke mana. So, postpone atau tidak, if you were meant to get married, be it this year or next year atau lagi 5 tahun, you will go through it. And yeah, to those of you who I feel dah pernah go through that COVID wedding, I really salute you. I see photos with mask and everything. I really feel macam, guys, you did it. I don't think I can do it, but it takes a lot more understanding from both sides. It's not just, it's a wedding, you cannot be selfish. Like, tak nak pakai mask ni. I really chose the perfect date, to be honest. I tell you guys first, okay? Nobody knows, so please be honest. Actually, it was supposed to be 2012, 2020. Tada, nice, right? It's just a nice date for me. Setiap pasangan ada dugaan dia, and probably this is mine. So I'm going through with so much faith and terserah.
Help me.
Alright.
Wow.
Passionate about it, eh?
I think this period is a killer for all personal moments that we would like to have with the people that we love, our family and our friends. I personally wouldn't have a virtual wedding, but I understand, we live in Singapore. BTO is important. If you want to get your BTO fast game, you have to do it now, right? But that's another conversation about the death of romanticism in Singapore, because before you even say you want to get married, no, BTO bila, okay, settle. Yeah, so aside from virtual weddings, I guess now everything has been moved online. I recently watched a virtual theatre show. I mean, I'm an actor, so for me it was really interesting to see that. It was done by How Drama. It's called Fat Kids Are Harder to Kidnap. Good job on you guys. It was really well done. Half an hour show. All the actors were live in their own houses, but they coordinated in such a way that they came on back to back, and it was almost seamless. You know, very well done.
Did everyone have like their own backdrops and stuff?
So they change backdrops. Like sometimes they are like, you know, the dorang punya skit is, you know, behind like a specific backdrop, and they will set it up.
It's like virtual background.
Not all. Some of them, like maybe the scene is in the toilet and suddenly they will be in the toilet. So they were on it, man. It was very well rehearsed. So
Now I want to watch.
Dabis.
Wow, this one wishing the Wi-Fi don't go down anytime, man.
Oh
Like,
yes.
did that happen?
Nope.
Yeah. Oh.
Solid.
Earlier this year, I was invited to play in a virtual party. So we were in a nightclub, right? The DJ setup was all there. Cameras were pointed at me. It was a live stream, but there was no crowd. It was all just crew. And it's very weird for me because as a DJ, you're on stage, right? When you hype yourself up, it's because the crowd is all like looking at you. And then
So you
feel
get energies from there.
I'm damn cool, I'm bouncing off. But like when it's a camera looking at you, you cannot vibe with the camera. It's like there's no emotion. So like I have to look at the camera and look happening. So that people at home watching me say, wow, DJ damn happening. No?
Can you try? Can you try with this camera?
I kena roast, you know. So after the live stream, right? Okay, they didn't save the live stream, so I don't know how I did. But people tell me it was good, but I can never know if I did well or not.
Oh, then you pet. No one react ah. Kalau tak everybody like pet. Wow, what is the next song?
But imagine this, like, you press the horn, right? But background, right? It's camera looking at you, and then the AV guy just walking.
So in this case, is it better not to have it at all?
Honestly, I don't know. You know, when COVID came, like everyone thought it was a good idea to go online. Imagine like as an audience, right? Every time you open your Instagram, you just scroll DJ. Like it's just boring. I think people are starting to get tired of it.
Yeah, and I think like one thing is that a lot of these other online events are like free of charge.
Yeah.
So it really just ruins the whole market for everybody else. In February, right, we're supposed to have like a music festival. It's called Celebfest. Unfortunately, that was when the whole COVID thing happened. Then we decided to postpone it for the safety of everybody. But then what happened was people were wondering if we should do it online. But at that point, during that period, so many like singers and bands were doing like free online shows, you know, like they would just go on like IG live. Like for example, Justin Bieber was doing it, Tori Kelly was doing it, like everyone was just singing for free. So it wouldn't make sense for like other people to pay, like for example to pay to watch you, you know, because everyone else is doing it. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, like the other time during your Celebfest Hari Raya, right? I was the host and a virtual host, and also that one, right? For me to engage, the challenge was for me to engage and maintain the mood like how it is during a bazaar. So macam bazaar tu kita ada nampak, like we see the crowd and people cheering kalau macam ada some guest artist entering stage. So ni macam tak ada, macam terimalah Afiq Shazwan. So macam we don't know whether ada betul tak orang ni tengok and ada vibing to us or not. Emotions to screen and from that screen to the audience is definitely banyak yang dah terkurang.
This year we had this thing called like a Zoom Raya. Do you all have that with your family and friends? Salif, you did?
Yes, it was okay. I mean, it was better than not having any sort of interaction with family members. My mum is very big on Hari Raya. You know, every single year, actually my house is the main open house. So, you know, this year she joked lah. She said like, this year I get a break, ha. But I know this macam. But what she did was she just had the computer set up facing the dinner table. The whole day it was just on, and then she sent out the link to everyone lah. Actually, interestingly enough, I got to see my cousin who's he's French, so he's in Paris. He's training to be a ballet dancer. Louis nama dia.
Wow.
Louis, cool, very cool, very cute. Oh my god. That's why. Then when I saw him again, aku macam, oh my god, you got cute. You got really cute. Like dulu dah cute, you know. Now he's like 18, you know. Strapping young lad. And then,
Sudahlah, jangan kuga.
so that was really nice actually, and look at each other. Why did it take the pandemic for me to see your face again?
Another thing about Raya that we always love is like Jalan Raya with your best friends. With my friends and I, we had a Jalan Raya party on Zoom.
Where y'all go?
How does it work?
Oh, where do you go? About 7 houses. really nice. You know, just 1 hour, quick lah.
Efficient.
It was really efficient. It's like we make the best out of the situation, but at the end of the day, it won't compare to being in the company of like your loved ones.
We humans are social beings, so like there's a constant need to be, together with other human being. As much as that you can feel, you can hear, you can see in the virtual world, but it's just there's something lacking.
It's not real, right?
Yeah, it's quite hard to pinpoint what is it exactly.
Energy, life force.
And that's the end of episode 3 of The Social Circle. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also remember to click on the bell icon so that you'll be notified of future events.
Shout out to McPherson Photo Studios, the perfect place to capture special moments.